Alright folks, it's finally time. Are you ready for Koshusawa production from its historical simulation series? Secret information on Koshusawa came in from Boba the Vulture's LP of Uncharted Waters, but it's not time for that now. It's time for this. And the sound is skipping. Hopefully not for long. Lulu prepares to give the Iron Claw to the entire world. Unless that's Shoyu. I'm still not sure. That's Lulu. Arrows from the sky. Three brothers come together to fuck shit up. But Cao Cao has a plan. It involves standing and cheering. But Lord Sun Tzu has guides with horses and red flags. And the sound continues to skip. So does the lovely Jiao Chan. She'll skip into your heart and steal it away for the Emperor. Piss you off something fierce. People die when Lubu gets mad. But maybe one of the people who'll die will be Lubu. Who knows? It's Romance in the Three Kingdoms too. This thing with the sound is starting to bother me though. Well, it's time really to get this thing going. Be a great time to have a little introductory music here. You remember the last video that got posted where we had the introductory theme and the closing theme from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms TV series? It's time for me to take a little shot at that. So as we get ready to begin the let's hear the new theme music for Romance of the Three Kingdoms as sung by Mysterious JG. Now it's time for RTK. JG's gonna have his way. Unless I screw it up, which I probably will. I'll just blame it on Koei, not on my lack of skill. I'll just blame it on Koei, not on my lack of skill. This is a fun game, but it can go long. I bet you want me to stop this song. If you came for dues, there won't be many in store. Too many created officers have 100 in war. If you came for dues, there won't be many in store. Too many created officers have 100 in war. Part 1, Fighting for the Throne. Okay, that was stupid. Let's get back to the LP proper. Yes, return to the gallery menu. This will be the last time for a while we get to hear this music, which I really enjoy this music a lot. It's just great music. For you guys, you've been exposed to it and none of the other great sounds in this game because of the nature of the videos that I was doing setting up the LP. Still, it's great music, and I'll miss it as we begin Thunder Wars from the Central Plains. Dong Zhuo's tyranny finally met its end at the hands of Lu Bu, and again the land fell into the possession of rival warlords. Out of revenge for his father's murder, Cao Cao raised an army and invaded Zhu, while Lu Bu set himself up in the Central Plains. Meanwhile, in Jiangnan, Sun Tzu was preparing to make his own mark in history. And from here, we actually are going to load state, because I've got a state. I already threw down all the officers. As you can see, I've chosen Zhou. As you can see, I've assigned a bunch of officers. We've got a couple under 15 who haven't been assigned. I had some complaints. I don't know if complaints is the right word, but I had some comments and people noted some issues. But I already have a save state where I plopped everyone down, so I'm not going to fix them. Guan Yiping is going to have to remain a boy. If it makes you feel any better, we can pretend she's doing like a Mulan thing where she's pretending to be a boy, even though she's really Guan Yu's daughter. That might be the only way she could conceivably have gone off to fight against the Nanman. And at least one of the created officers complained that I reversed 2 of their stats. And to you I say, oops. I'm going to assume it's your fault somehow. Probably. There were people who, when they put in their applications, they gave me the 5 stats, but they didn't put them in the order that I was used to seeing them in. They oh, I thought I'd already chosen Zhou, but no, I backed off to show you guys that. Now I have to pick them again. I think there were people who gave me the stats in the in like some other order besides leader, war, intelligence, pole, charisma, and for that reason, I got all screwed up. There's a couple people who was like, I did it wrong, then noticed I did it wrong. I was like, God damn it, whoever you are. So yeah, if I flipped your stats back and forth, I apologize. But, you know, I'm not ruling out the possibility that you brought it on yourself somehow. But yeah, I probably just screwed it up. Anyway, Zhou Yu, as you can see, has got almost perfect leader score. And if he was a created officer, he'd certainly have perfect leader. This game does not just casually hand out 100s to any character. Like, if you look and see here, you got Jay Gorky's got 100. If you look and see 100, Zhao Ren, Zhang Fei's got 103 war, but that's with an item. But yeah, we saw 3 people with 100s in their stats. No, 4 with the Shen Ji. Those are all created characters. And then we have to get up to Zhang Fei before we see 100 in an actual in-game character. We passed by Zhuge Liang, didn't we? Zhuge Liang not have 100? Or no, we actually passed by him before we got up to Zhao Yun, that's why. But Zhuge Liang probably has 100 in... oh no, he's not selectable, so he's not showing up at all. But yeah, 103 and more. I'm just saying, folks, these 100s are pretty rare that the game is actually going to give these out to officers. There's Vulture Bobo with some 100s, VR Calamity with 100s, Top Hat Raptor with 100s. Every time we're seeing 100, it's a created officer, Shang Zhang. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you here. So Zhou Yu has 98, which is an incredible leader score. He's got an above-average war score, so he'll be able to handle himself against brigands and the like. Really high intelligence. His charisma is very high. Basically, he's built for leading an army. The war stat basically indicates that he's not going to jump up and start getting a fist fight with Guan Yu or Zhang Fei, but that he's got leader and intelligence stats coming out the ears, and he's got the charisma to lead an army and recruit army. He's like his worst scores are war and pole, and he's does very well in those because he's supposed to be like a strategist. They usually have really high. They usually have pretty high pole because they're supposed to be like leaders. So let's pick it again. A lot of people suggest that I put it on advanced. I don't know, call me a coward. The problem is, I haven't played this game in a long time. I played one off-screen game of it where I was trying to win as quickly as possible because I thought I was going to have to win multiple times to unlock portraits. And somebody came along and gave me a save slot, so I didn't have to do that. But, you know, yeah, I just put myself in Cao Cao's force when he was already in a kind of a dominant position, and I was able to win. But I was relying heavily on campaigns to win the game quickly, and that's just not something that you really... I don't know. I'm worried that if I put it on expert, I'm gonna get my I'm gonna do poorly because I've never been great at this game. I've played this game a couple times before, and I found that it's really hard for one officer to just completely take over the course of the war. So I'm gonna stick with beginner, and you know, we'll see how it works. You guys may turn out to be totally vindicated, but I have a feeling that I might do very poorly in this LP. But let's just get on with it and see what happens. It's beginner difficulty. Historical mode is in effect. We've got life expansion on to give me a little more time to pull this together. Zhou Yu, Sun Ce's force, and Lu Jiang. He is a vassal. Begin the game with above settings. Yes, let's do it. Now loading. Finally gonna start. Dong Zhuo had taken advantage of Grand General He Jin's assassination and the subjugation of the 10 eunuchs to seize complete power, and soon after he replaced Emperor Shao with Emperor Jiang. Enraged by Dong Zhuo's audacity, feudal lords across the land banded together against the usurper and, led by Yuan Shao, formed the anti-Dong Zhuo coalition. Unable to stand up against the strength of the coalition, Dong Zhuo set fire to the capital in Luoyang and fled to Chang'an, which he declared the new capital. At the same time, internal conflict flared up between coalition members. The coalition dissolved, and the feudal lords returned to their territories to concentrate on expanding their own individual forces. In Hebei, former coalition leader Yuan Shao fought with the Pale Horse general Gongsun Zan for supremacy in the north. In the Central Plains, Cao Cao, who had subdued the Yellow Turbans and Queen, I don't know how to pronounce that, took control of Yan and was preparing to attack his father's killer, Tao Quan of Zhu. But Tao Quan didn't kill him, at least according to the novel he didn't. It was a damn set-up king. In Jing, Sun Jin met his untimely end in a heated battle against Liu Biao. His oldest son, Sun Tzu, quickly stepped in to continue his father's legacy. That was great. In the west, court official Wang Yang used his daughter Diao Chan to disrupt relations between Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo by promising the girl to both men. He then convinced Lu Bu to carry out Dong Zhuo's assassination. Lu Bu was driven from the capital by loyalists of Dong Zhuo, Guo Si and Luo Yi, whatever the heck their names were. Along with Li Jui, he began searching for a new base to call home. Li Jui is one of the Dong Zhuo loyalists, I think. Driven out by Guo Si. It was the third month of 194, and a new chapter of history was about to begin. So, allow me to introduce myself, folks. You might think I'm a serious JG, but I'm not. For purposes of this LP, I'm Zhuo Yu. I was born in Lujiang County in Anhai, China. As a young man, I befriended Sun Tzu, the eldest son of Lord Sun Jin, the Tiger of Jiangdong. Despite my meager talents and lack of ability, the noble Sun Tzu swore an oath of brotherhood with me. Having sworn that oath of brotherhood with me, I was shown great favor and kindness. I have promised, therefore, to serve him like a dog or a horse, and were I to split my guts open and spill my intestines upon the ground, I could not repay the kindness that has been shown to me by the noble Sun family. All that nice, Confucian, dignified stuff having been said, Sun Tzu is a great guy, don't get me wrong, love him to death, like a brother, sworn brother, it's just what he is. And I'd never want to step up to him in a fight. Guy can fight. He can really fight. Dude's got some guts. But when it comes to strategizing, he couldn't plot his way out of a wet paper bag. And that's why I, Zhou Yu, have promised to help realize his dream of achieving his father's dream and unifying Jiangdong and eventually all of China under the banner of the noble Sun family. The descendants of Sun Tzu, it's only right that they should rule the land. It's only right that I, Zhou Yu, the handsome guy with the sweet-ass helmet, get to help in that endeavor. Now, we can seize, which is take over a city and declare our own force. We can move, or I can resign from the rogue army. What we actually want to do here is take the map away. No, what we actually really want to do here, there's a couple of ways you can go. Played around with it off camera. At this point, if we just flat out attack Liu Biao, and look at it, there he is up here. Oh, this is. Yeah, sorry to adjust my cursor a bit. There he is, Shi Grimmeth up there in Jianshui. He's got like. It's gonna be really confusing if he gets on a border with Liu Biao. They seem to have adopted the same color. It's a slightly different shade. It'll be kind of confusing if they end up neighbors, though. I playing off screen, and this is a while back. If you actually go to Jiangjia and just attack, we can actually take the city. But it's not really what we want to do historically. And we would then hold the city, and then we'd have two of his cities here. There'd be no buffer between us. I think we can handle it. But it's not really what we want to do if we want to recreate historical events. So let's go to Shaochun, which is where Yuan Shu is actually hanging out in person. Let's move to Shaochun. Make it so. Yes, because in this game, whoa, zipping right along. because we're playing as a subordinate officer, we actually do have to clear pretty much everything we want to do that's like on a force level with our ruler. And the ruler is controlled by the AI. So, yeah, I'm not going to have the same kind of control over what happens that I had in Romance of Three Kingdoms 11. Well, Sun Tzu, have you made up your mind? You mean about the Imperial Seal? Yes. Whatever the review will use the Imperial Seal in exchange for Yuan Shu's army's help or not. Now is the time to decide. What should I do? Alright, let's ask to borrow troops from Master Yuan Shu. If we give him the Imperial Seal, there's no way he can refuse us. For the moment, we will be aggressive with them. If we say we will attack Liu Yang's army, that should at least get his attention. It's tempting to make Sun Tzu talk like, Slash, if only because the Slash voice ended up being given to a character voiced by Sun Tzu in the phenomenal Let's Play of whatever that game's called. It's not called Bumpy Trot, not in English. Steamboat Chronicles. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's tempting actually to make Sun Tzu go like, "We would be aggressive if we say we will attack Liu Yang's army. That should at least get his attention." But I think I would quickly drive away viewers from this LP, so let's not do that. A brilliant strategy, my lord. Your strategy not to talk like Slash. And if people request it, maybe he'll become Slash. Master Yuan Shu, I beg of you, please loan me some troops.
What's gotten into you? Where do you get off with the sudden demand? The audacity!
Please forgive me. However, I must avenge my father's death. I cannot spare time for pleasantries. Please loan me the troops.
I understand your feelings. However, you mustn't let them get the better of you. You must wait for the proper moment. ...
I cannot wait. What if I were to let you hold this in exchange? He pulls out his gear, his man stuff. No, it's the Jade Seal.
That is the Imperial Seal. You're going to let me take it? I'm impressed with your loyalty to your father. I shall lend you the troops. I have no interest in the Imperial Seal, but I know that you wish for me to take it. Very well, it's a deal.
Yuan Shao's such a dick. Yeah, and this is a very confusion thing to do. He has to make a point of saying that he doesn't want the Imperial Seal, even though it's completely obvious to everyone that that's exactly what he wants, because he's a jealous prick. I'm in your debt.
So you're heading for Liu Biao to avenge your father right away?
Not yet. I must solidify my forces first and prepare for the attack against Liu Yang.
I see. Well, good luck on your journey.
Thank you, my lord. You're a nice guy. Yuan Shu, I see through you completely. I can see that you're really a nice guy. It would have been too dangerous to give it to Master Yuan Shu. If we demand it back, we must be prepared to take it by force if necessary. First, we head for Jiangdong. Now loading. Chao Chu. So we have to move to this city. It just became hostile to us, even though nothing's actually happened in terms of years passing. It's Jianye, which is held by Liu Yang. Move to Jianye? Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to be doing this throughout the LP for the most part, but let's go ahead and save state here, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's move to Jianye. Make it so.
Mr. Crusher, you have the calm.
Liu Yang's army camp is just up ahead. I shall lead the scouting party.
What are you saying? Lord Sun Tzu cannot just go ahead.
Fear not. I have the heavens on my side. If you are so worried, then you may accompany me.
Rock on, Sun Tzu. See? I told you there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, I don't know. Make him talk.
Enough! Who are you? Impossible!
I'm the one known as Sun Tzu. Yet you still wish to fight me?
This is more than I could hope for. I am Taishi Tzu of Dong Lai. I shall make you my prisoner.
You talk too much, bitch. Just bring it. And they fight. With a great wail, both warriors urge their horses forward and engage in a great duel. In the TV version, there's like drop kicking involved. It's pretty awesome. Dozens of passes were made, yet still no victor was decided. Huh. This is not the time to admire your skills. Taishi Tzu, I shall be your opponent. Show you, wait, don't. I want to win this one.
What a bother. Sun Tzu, come get some. You don't like me? Bite me.
You almost had him. Sun Tzu, please save yourself. Even though we are enemies, I am impressed with your skills. I look forward to our next encounter. And then they go back to this music, and it seems to get kind of confused here. Because now we go into town, and it's still dialogue time. Sun Tzu is here. Those who value their lives surrender at once. Sun Tzu's troops of Sun Tzu's army has entered battle with Liu Yong's troop of Liu Yong's army. Will you view this battle? Yeah, here's the thing. Let's go ahead and do the battle. This is a weird one. You don't actually really have to do this battle. If you skip it, like, it still happens and you don't view it, and you still win. At least I've won every time I've tried it that way. But let's go ahead and try to actually manually do the battle and see what happens if we just manually do it instead of letting the computer take care of itself. Will you allow the computer to position the troops? Sure. I am truly ecstatic at this unlooked-for chance to fight beside you, Zhou Yu. I shall do my best. Yet special dialogue that happens when sworn brothers enter battle together. But it's kind of ridiculous because it's not really an unlooked-for chance. They kind of knew this was coming. But anyway, our force is... we are outnumbered. 17,000 to 27,000. 28,000, really. 8,500 cavalry under Zhou Yu. And 8,500 infantry under Sun Tzu. Against... a couple, like, sort of rinky-dink units. Shang Jing is in his army! Oh, shit! Chuck Yao! Leon, sure. Okay, well, this is goofy. I didn't realize this was going to happen because I threw those created officers in. Apparently, they, like, instantly joined his force. Because he's supposed to have, like, officers leading these troops. Oh, shit, this is going to be a lot harder than it should be, actually. He's supposed to have, like, really crap officers leading these forces. But instead, he's got Shang Jing and Jia Qiao leading these two units, and they both have pretty good stats. Leon, sure, I don't remember what her stats are. They probably don't have great leader scores. But it's supposed to be Taishi Tsu, Liu Yong, and a couple of Liu Yong's officers, like, of sort of not great historical importance, against us. Instead, we've got Sun Xuan's wife, Sun Xuan and Sun Tzu's sister, and Zhou Yu's future wife are all leading troops against us. Oh, shit. Okay, this is already getting off to kind of an odd start. Now, if we give Sun Tzu a moment, I'm sure he'll come out here and help us.
I cannot believe they beat me. It cannot be helped. We must retreat for a time.
I think this is going to make it more difficult to get them on our force, because they'll have a history of being our enemies.
There's no longer anything we can do. Prepare to retreat.
I'm thirsty for blood. Who's got some? Whatever, man. Zhou Yu's main unit could not be stunned. Drop your weapons before I spill your guts. Even if I were to spill my guts on the ground, I could not repay the kindness that's been done to me by Sun Tzu. Couldn't stun me, man. I did not... You went for the kick and the wham, but you could not connect with the stunner. So obviously we just have some kind of huge morale advantage here because we're crushing them. Now here's the problem. There's no longer anything we can do. Prepare to retreat. I didn't capture. I'll explain why this is a problem in a minute. Sun Tzu, meanwhile, not really getting involved in the battle that much. Kind of getting on my nerves a little bit there.
There's no longer anything we can do. I'm a prisoner. How can the fates be so cruel?
Okay, so we captured her. And if you capture the unit that an officer is, like, leading, you do have a chance. Like, when you beat them in combat, you have a chance of capturing them. That's how it works. But we didn't capture anybody except for Leon Sure. Leon? It's Cleon. We captured Cleon. We captured the war chief. Not really using a lot of fancy tactics here, but since really not doing much of anything. Oh, I should probably be explaining this. Because there's a fog, we can't see very far, and we have the option of attacking a space instead of just moving into it so that we don't get snuck up on or jump into an ambush kind of thing. Sun Tzu, the great and skilled warrior that he is just kind of constantly hanging around back there. I cannot believe they beat me. It cannot be helped. We must retreat for a time. I must have sunk really low to be caught by the likes of you. All the units under Liu Yong's command have been routed. We have finally taken the enemy commander, Liu Yong. The battle is ours. Oh, we've done it, folks. We've won our first battle. I didn't use a lot of tactics. I lost just over half of my troops, but I wiped out a much larger force. Sun Tzu's troop of Sun Tzu's army has won victory over Liu Yong's troop of Liu Yong's army. First honors, Zhou Yu. Merits 1430. First honors must go to Zhou Yu. You are truly skilled. I am impressed. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to give yourself first honors there, buddy. I do not fight for fame, but I am grateful for this recognition, nevertheless. Everyone, thanks for your work. I ask that you lend me your aid in the future as well. We have routed Liu Yong's troop. Lord Sun Tzu, you did it.
Our battle's just beginning. This place should serve as a foothold in my quest to unite the land.
It is unfortunate that we let Tai Chi Tsi escape. Oh well, it can't be helped. This is what's pissing me off. You can capture Tai Chi Tsi. It triggers a different branch of dialogue. Because in the novel, and apparently in history, Tai Chi Tsi was captured by Sun Tzu's forces. And it was like this big deal. Tai Chi Tsi ends up coming to work for Sun Tzu because Sun Tzu basically won't take no for an answer. It's a thing that happens more than once in the novel, but kind of the most famous example of a defeated general being led in irons, and then the ruler will come down and personally undo their bonds. And it's this kind of symbolic thing where it's like, you know, I've got so much respect for you that I'm going to personally undo your bonds and offer you a position. And Sun Tzu and Tai Chi Tsi actually have a duel. Like, they actually go at it one-on-one, fighting on horseback and stuff. So it's kind of an important point in the novel. It's a defining moment for Sun Tzu as a character, that after getting in a fight with this guy, and they're both like pretty much equals on the battlefield, instead of like wanting to kill him or whatever, he's just determined. It's like, this guy is going to be a great asset, and I want him in my force. And we didn't capture him, because in this game, you really, if there's a way that you can increase your odds of capturing somebody, I don't know what it is. And basically, you defeat their unit. I think it helps if you don't use archers to do it from a distance, but yeah, if I just go up to you with my cavalry and I just raffle stomp over you, as the kids are saying nowadays, then, you know, seriously, I guess I should maybe get a chance to capture you. And if I don't, it's just like a random numbered thing, I don't really know what to tell you. Except that kind of ticks me off a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a little break. Because we're at the 30-minute mark now. Almost. Yeah, that's true. It's not going to be quite 30 minutes because I have a few seconds before I started recording where I synced up the sound. But this is pretty much the end of the video. So let's just pop this up on the screen so that I know that it's time to split the video. And also, for the people who keep asking, it's just, when it comes in personal message format and I respond to it once and somebody else asks the same question, I know it's not reasonable to expect the second, third, fourth, or fifth person to ask the question to know I already answered it through PMs. But I just want to make this clear. PCSX2, PS2 emulator. I do not have the PC version of this game. I do not know where you can get the PC version of this game because I've never had the PC version of this game. I played the PS2 version for years. Well, years ago. I didn't play it for years. But years ago, I played the PS2 version. I enjoyed it. I decided to come back in LP. the PS2 ROM, which I'm legally entitled to own a copy of, I will have you know, on a PS2 emulator. That's how I'm doing it. If you want to play it for yourself on the PC, I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than any other random schlub on the internet. If you want to get a copy for PS2, all I can suggest is eBay or Amazon. I think the game's probably out of print, so you probably can't get a new copy on Amazon anyway. You might be able to order one through eBay or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, folks, we're going to come back, and I'm going to load the game, and I'm going to let the computer off-screen that fight, which means that Joe, you will probably get fewer deeds out of it and less credit, but it means that we can just keep loading game and fighting it off-screen until it comes out and has Taishi get captured, which is what I want to see happen. So thank you very much for watching, folks, and when we come back, we will load state. It's not something I plan to abuse in this LP, but we're going to load state until we get the very first freaking event of the game, the big battle in which Sun Tzu captures Taishi to actually come out correctly according to the story. See that next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.